okayfm 101.7.
Yewura Ben Nsiah a energy policy analyst. Me mo acha no pe.
Yeah, bra kwame.
Na boko de.
Bra na me dia adum ye.
Woye. Anopen na me bisa questions bi na me bisa say. Gold for oil policy abind by no. Yeah de ye wo fom yi. Ni ye hwese bi anka. Ebeba no fuel no esubete because I think that was the brain behind the whole thing. The idea in sana na etie na de eda seze kran so yegusu yo se yegusu nyo yenim ana nkofo bisa question bi se ada na se wo gold na yenkoto gold no yenyesika na yenfa nkoto oil no nkomo iti say
That's bra kwame. I think that I know that last year last quarter of 2022 and Ghana buying Emma two union asset or share policy BRC gold for oil or the gold no the processor fango ediaba yamaibwa the fango refined petroleum products ediaba maimuha na dollar na yedi to gold into Emma a baby dollar no be appreciating and as a dollar no be cost no Emma from her fango ball wedding the no say on the good no could be this no boa fango no e boa first consignment about January according to a buying about 40,000 barrels a bunch of the $40 million and the Kotobai second consignment about somewhere in March 155,000 metric tons. First one, 40,000 metric tons, and second one, 155,000 metric tons. Subsequently, no, I to say products be back, but as to what I say, good for oil products, no, in the interview. Brown debate, my can say good for oil, no, in this entirety, maybe it corrected two things. First, and they say it created. Corrected speculation. Once a quantity because of Sena a month for dream say still no a bit depreciated casing into no. A bra buy car say or the gold cost and also the good things and the oil abano. Ma one na or hodo dollars na go ni na who say no. Ze here dollar do crown area craft and go abantino corrected speculation ma see stable kakra. Aside that no a bonus so na fango no because of say na fango no yet to gold no ha na yakoton gold no e dia to fango na baninti na Bank of Ghana emma go energy any bust and no diesel products ne ba no or $10 no abo 4 e di more compare say or the beton ama BDC and thirdly no so no it created a competition emma BDC for no be and so FRC or more prices down. But recently, the truth of the matter is that policy no one say you can say the cobatan and yes, sanity. The name is say battery be anyone. I say you gold be uncle this the name woman say you cotton gold na the gold process no. Eddie at oil no, and I say the Bank of Ghana appear oil necker specifically for bust and then go energy oil company. But recently, the observation is that Bank of Ghana are halt to say OTS Sikano, Ediama Bust, any go energy because so only Sikano eco dimwa gold for ne was some cotton gold no. The process never Emma Bank of Ghana did tone accounts no escrow accounts and I say any international bank accounts no gold no acquire Sikana ma in the Bank of Ghana are halt to, and that is why so here IMF report now. One of the reasons I almost stay here, and I say one of the key measures of Mokasa by any say over audit the gold for oil policy because you see any woman say even though it may be a good policy, no implementation no a bad some of the stakeholders are now more what's a particular supply chain no and they benefited and not actually the state. Indeed, black I'm saying in recent times there is no product beer. Abba system no more friend gold for oil. For example, even last
me ba chona was there any go for oil deal be a course?
Okay, so in terms of battering, no, say you the gold we could this sand the oil about chromadi a be that. That is one thing. A be answer that. The second.
Now, so who near them? Who your minister? A be answer say.
Oh, that be said the you busy your information and based on the Ejapa Mesa Ebekai. First of all, first consignment to buy no Ejapa Mesa Maitiasi, Honorable Minister, Deputy Minister Maitiasi, and say gold proceeds, and I say gold bisika in dollars, no, and on the crap proceeds they buy. The second part is that Bank of Ghana, the governor, and I say the deputy Echo Piak, it may be sad and say gold was saying and nobody acquisition oil or no so cast at that time no to mean trade, but when he said Bank of Ghana no in an ETA. And there's also evidence to support that Yenfa gold bianco is a sound crubiaso. Name gold na yesi yato afri bullion traders no hono. Yakotono and no process ni husika any yidi tuya ama bust any go energy say omonfan craft fuel emra. The third part is that over all the documents, over MPA document, even on 23rd February, the ministry no release gold for oil policy document.
Na me Matthew say when we now call so effect be any nyawo a price of fuel and in the local market.
Okay, so in the first window of March, no, Nyanson so kakra because at that time, no, na Bank of Ghana no ton dollar no. Never say because of sena dollar no Bank of Ghana expected dollar from the gold process ninety no or ton the dollar na one accounts much cheaper to bust any gold energy. In the event say market no, the na dollar no be 11 Ghana cedis. 50 pesos na Bank of Ghana etoma bust 11 Ghana cedis otoma go energy 11 Ghana cedis nti almost setting price are not cheaper in that window of March. Since the window of March no any first window of April no bo bi e be hye ni kroma no dwaman so bo any cedi no enye go for oil bio because that time no products na your friend go for oil no because Bank of Ghana halted the payment of these products using only dollar. And at the entire Bank of Ghana halted is because gold process no na Bank of Ghana accounts. And for that matter, Bank of Ghana was losing a lot of the reserve. At that time, Ghana Bank of Ghana was only 2 weeks of reserve. So media imported products. The Bank of Ghana will say no. Program no didn't work with no. Waboka until so hot. As I'm speaking to you now no. Bank of Ghana is not funding any gold for oil project, but rather Bank of Ghana funding the business through an auction policy in the third quarter. Like I said, Busumi Biano, we're more than $40 million to import products.
Now, my main question we, fuel, you're saying a month be a price.
In terms of the year to Krumha.
But who Jimmy? What
Miss Rosansi Suman.
Yes, Kabe saying, and now Busumi be.
So averagely, here be $390 million said the
per say
$390 million
every month and now every quarter.
Every month.
Peba to me bo na ye 2 months bia no World Bank sika kura no a e ba ye IMF sika no enu ba bia
ba joda bi
na peba to me bo se ye sa sika no koto ni ye de bagana na ye be trading cedis ya e ye de na ye sa nya sika no back.
Okay, sometimes your system no has some of the financial institutions or more muscles to fund some of these trips.
About me bo, yeah, ton dollars mudiaba.
Yes.
And ya beton cedis. A better than your saying akko dollars mu. On and person.
The bit my saying akko dollars. Me say one no. Import products no, but there are also other commodities Ghana export. and at any time no share balance of trade say most of the companies now exporting your Ghanaian companies are and you a lot of surplus in the system. And you know, quarterly, last year, for example, no, export to almost 7 billion worth of, or more than that, worth of product, and import, and the difference was around $2 billion. Until exports, no, abbreviation, also saying import, and because of say export, no, does see import, no, at any time, no, dollars into the system through other companies, buying companies, they do better traditional crop and non-traditional crop, no, almost export to the qua Amazonia, dollars. In the dollars now, they have created dollar accounts with some of these banks, and these banks, you know, and more Emma BDCs, no, these dollars to also import. So it's just pure trade, dollar trade of export and import. In that any time, no, some of the local banks or dollars, and in the system, no, so the informal sector, no, that is the almost from black market, no, almost no, they also have a lot of dollars. Almost no BDCs for $2 dollar and be from Monty. Almost no cities made the Mayan as petroleum consumers no more market, no, whether black market or whether formal structured market, no more copper dollars, no, as I the crop production number.
Eti metwase year every quarter biano you more than $1 billion.
Yes, it takes more than $1 billion.
And I'm saying to me abu man. Let to me. Now, Mami Musadie, now what is the way forward? Say you better me stabilize the price, no? Say you better say the next 3 months, no? Bibia will remain unchanged.
I think that the major policy shift a bit stabilize the price, you know, is looking at industrializing the downstream, because industrializing the downstream of the petroleum subsector of the energy now. One, we say refining products. I think that particular industrialization agenda is far better, far efficient, far effective than the goal for oil policy now. Among farmers, for example, for the past 4 years, you know, you could producing Ukroma are declining by about 40%. But in Ramate say Jubilee partners, you know, at the statement about through tallow oil say one of or more wells, you know, must start production, and for that matter, the production increase to 100,000 barrels a day from that particular field. That is Jubilee Southeast field. And no, the Kamwa, remember Jubilee field, no Kwama almost 100,000 barrels per day. Abrana last year, my 83,000 barrels. So the empress make say in the production of oil, things are changing. We are doing better. I didn't know you produce oil now. They ain't to me refining oil no kroma. Inti Sankaya Martema or refinery Juma. I think that it is far effectively and efficiently better than this particular goal for oil policy. Because at oil refinery Juma. And one is a partners, no, that is Jubilee tallow oil, that is Petro AC, that is Ghana Group led by GNPC. And one say any Kasa, Mukasa, near Kachum say yes, products, no, ye two room hanamano, yes, Ramumuma products in the refining at all. But because we are not committed to industrializing the petroleum sector, no, Neno, Yamato, redundant entity.
I say, you see, there is a partnership be a Airbus one near the idea.
Okay, so partnership na Airbus no ensheda buying. I think it's a rent agreement, a buying per se, or renting out the facility. Edema Ankra business. And no crano, there's a problem there because. In Braukwami Krumha, Yakasu Sourcena, they are indicators of giving a contract on a sole source base. One is that the particular contract must be of national security interest. 2, it must be of urgency. 3, it must be of emergency. 4, was a single supplier. But we had to toll arrangement Ghana New Makoya. It doesn't fall in any of these indicators, but government is willing to rent it out cheaply. to this particular private sector entity, or no be making a lot of revenue than compared to the public, no be making more money. So there's a problem with that particular deal. However, that problem, no, I think that as of mine, I will say, I started refining product. It's far better than this particular group for oil product. The second part, in terms of stabilizing price, we actually say in August, a private refinery, Nsiah, started a refinery and also test running the refinery. So started a refinery crew na say the market in a domestic market, that is buying any to me quite palm na or no only produce no and also the refining no or started selling to the domestic market and also be ama price no is stable because one eliminate a lot of cost on the supply chain of these products. Most of the cost elements na any products ni free amanone any bahano no one is maybe demo rate because products need to be simple no anoche was also demo rate maybe in mostly in dollars. Two is the freight cost because say two refined products no kroma shape na the product number higher na refining no. Three, it is also take care of certain insurance costs and also a belly eliminate insurance costs. This are the money and against the santuo no start a refinery a beboa ama products no as the price no ayefo na stabilize ama. But one critical thing I remember can say santuo is a private company and for that matter profitability won an issue than so obey serve the public interest and the public good. And it was a Tema oil refinery also or no status obey to balance the profit agenda of the business side and also the public agenda of serving the public interest of the good people of Ghana. But say tiwo na ya mato anyajuma na ya interest ya goal for oil, which in reality does not exist. And in reality no ya halt because it is compounding debt in the energy sector. Nya minuka say the energy sector.
A compounded debt.
It's compounding debt because Bank of Ghana continuously funding the purchase of these products abroad. Then good process na be balance the Bank of Ghana and for that matter there's much debt in the energy sector and some energy sector players are taking advantage of these particular so-called go for oil and enriching themselves at the expense of state. Intina make us say no MY the only thing bit my boy and my price is stable at any particular point in time is making sure that Tema oil refinery works and works well. Say no basana sa cost elements amabodi ni no ebe fuel and also krabema ye see no anya sustainable stability. We are here kind New York stability and like be a krabi in the month of March, first window of April, second window of April, and be as the so-called Gulf oil no a little impact and maybe corrected some speculation in the market in terms of holding dollars. Apart from that, the Gulf oil has no sustainable way of maintaining the stability of the dollar against the cedi or maintain the stability of the cedi against the dollar. The sustainable and most efficient way to make sure that our cedi is stable is making sure that Tema oil refining works and making sure that there's a good agreement or there's a good linkage between the upstream sector, that is where crude is produced, and the downstream sector where toll is. A basana offer you see the base stable after ball a bit na I strong. I have a base strong crash in dollar no. I'm be a want no. But the onion is an mirage of good for the alpha. You see the no better depreciate, and we can see of late the reason why maybe you see the no and depreciating it's not entirely because of this so-called gold for it. It's because government is restructuring most of its bonds. Government is not even paying some of its dollar-rated debt. And also one is that our your friend is saying import no say no air bafum kakra o share your port na no na minia asake eka or say our import is a bit declining, and because our import is declining no a man then I know say we don't need a lot of dollars to import nti enama your currency no is stable kakra and not actually because of the gold for oil policy e ka wansem
mini ameda sa no pay
ne so meda sina
yes sir as you run in the kasa ye ben Nsiah or your energy policy analyst and then I think for was 1.7 pacho
okayfm 101.7